Portland Track Festival is about to enter the track. And this will be the final championship race of the evening to close out the 4 that we have tonight. We'll have Heat 2 of the men's 10,000 following this championship race. And this is the Morton men's 10,000 meters.
Does that mean it's more than 10 Ks?
I don't think so, but it means
It's not the less 10.
it probably means if you use Morton, you feel like you can go more than 10K.
You can just keep going. That's what I've heard. That bicarb soup. Hopefully everyone had their bicarb soup.
Well, I can tell you about it right here. So
Tell me about it.
Take high-intensity sessions into new levels of effort and power. Morton Hydrogel married up with sodium bicarbonate to deliver an acid buffering benefit that is tolerable to the digestive system. So take that.
Take that, lactic acid.
That's right. Kick lactic acid in the pants and start kicking down the track.
You know what Morton says to lactic acid?
What?
It's actually not. It's beyond PG-13. I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
Up yours, lactic acid. Get off my lawn, lactic acid.
That's right. Thank you very much, Morton and Will, for those comments.
That's free copy, Morton. You can just take that and run with it.
So a great field here assembled in the men's 10,000 meters, the championship race here at the Portland Track Festival. Last championship race of the evening. And we mentioned earlier this evening the effort that Seguro Osako put forth in 2021, running 27:56 to win that race, and then 5 minutes later jumping back into Heat 2 and running 29:04, almost taking the victory, being outkicked by a young Acer Iverson, Harvard athlete there.
No relation to Allen Iverson?
I don't know, could be.
Could be. Google that.
We also have a note here. Tabitha, well, the whistle has been blown. Okay, so the men's championship, Morton 10,000 meters is off and running. And we have a note, Tabitha Wyseth, please stop by the t-shirt table to collect a personal item.
Tabitha to the t-shirt table for a personal item.
And anybody else at home, too, come by the t-shirt table because I hear they are going very fast.
Hot cakes.
Hot cakes. So we're off and running here. This 10,000 meters is going to be paced for 28 minutes. We'll see who can come out on top on the other side of this thing.
Who's pacing it for 28 minutes?
The winner will pace it for 28 minutes. We'll see how far the pacer's going to go here. So a stellar field assembled. Like we said, Seguro Osako in here, the marathoning great from Japan. And 10,000 meter runner Sam Chalenga in this race. And Kartik Kumar, who we saw down at Track Fest, run 28:01. He's jumped back in here as well, and he's out on the pacer in that first racing position in the white singlet. Aiden Reed in here, great marathoner, the Olympic trials. And bandit athlete too, Habtamu Cheney is in here. He trains out in Utah, but bandit also supporting this free stream for you all too.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't done
Days in
a
on.
good enough job thanking Bandit for making this free for everybody tonight. Shout out to Bandit, giving all the track fans out there unlimited free access to the Portland Track Fest 2024.
It's a great thing that they're doing. It jives well with their unsponsored program. Which
They're a bunch of jivers over there at Bandit. Just want to jive. Do they?
Yeah,
do they
great.
hand jive?
Great people over there.
Track jive.
2:15 roughly through 800 meters here. Charlie Sweeney at the front, speaking of that, wearing a Lost Boys singlet. Throw up the L's.
How many L's does it take to get a W?
2. Took me a little bit. But clicking off, 67s here for that 2:15. And Kartik Kumar in there, Sam Chalanga up front, Aiden Reed, Jorge Cruz, Nico Montanez, no stranger to the Portland Track Festival. He raced that 21 10,000 meters with Seguro Osako taking the win. And last year we saw the meet record set here, 27:28 by Athanas Kyoko in a great effort there.
That was an awesome race.
And that race also featured young Tyrone Gorsey going after the 10,000 meter record for high school. Didn't quite get there, but it was held by Rudy Chapa. Tyrone Gorsey, the Oregon high school athlete, wore Rudy Chapa's singlet from the 1970s, his high school singlet, when he broke the national record. And Gorsey trying to channel some of Chapa's power and strength there through the jersey. And that was a big time effort from Gorsey and ran an amazing race there, but didn't quite get there. But still, great effort nonetheless.
If my memory serves me correctly, soiled the track a couple of different times, left his lunch, and maybe part of his dinner.
Yes, out the top.
Out the top, yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Yeah, it was a big effort for him. So 66s here for Sweeney at the front, and they come through at about 4:30, so good pace job here. Kartik Kumar gets 4:30.6, credited to him as the first racer. And Osako right now sitting in about 14th place, coming through at 4:32.9, so in touch with the pack. He's the man that knows what it's like to win here at the Portland Track Festival.
Aiden Reed in third, just ran an incredible Boulder 10K on Memorial Day weekend. Saw him almost break 30 minutes on that course. Very challenging, so we know he is fit, up to the task tonight.
And Sam Chalanga as well.
Sam Chalanga got to run in the Team USA event. Aiden Reed ran in the Citizens race earlier in the day, but still two very, very strong 10K performances at altitude.
Man, that's a race that I feel like I need to get out to.
If only you knew someone who lived in Boulder.
I don't know. Yeah. Boulder's the Portland of the mountains.
That's what I've heard.
Kartik Kumar still in there behind Charlie Sweeney, wearing the Lost Boys singlet. And like we said, we were talking about the Bandit program, the unsponsored program or unsigned program that Bandit champions, giving athletes blank singlets and a microphone and funding to tell their story. And we feel that this free broadcast jives well with that because we're putting their efforts on display. And they do that right here in Portland, Oregon, in front of where a lot of these companies are based, their headquarters. So these athletes running in front of the front offices here, in front of the bosses that sign their checks.
The Mucky Mucks are in the stands.
The big muckety mucks are out here.
Yes, sir.
And they will be tomorrow at Lincoln High School
You better
as well.
believe it. Don't miss this opportunity if you've tuned in now for free to click that button, smash that donate button, sweeten the pot for these runners.
That's right.
Show them how much you love them.
Yeah, you can sweeten the pot all weekend long here.
Smash that button. Time and time again.
You can do it for each individual championship race, or you can do it for the overall meet, and it will distribute it evenly through all the championship races. But Portland Track has seeded The initial prize purse, $25,000. Portland Track, volunteer nonprofit organization here in Portland dedicated to elevating running in the city and elevating the city through running. Members of all the clubs in the city unite to form this Portland Track organization, and we consider every runner in the city as part of Portland Track as well. So this is the people's meet here in Portland and far and wide.
I saw a lot of those runners on the Wildwood this morning.
They're out there.
They were out there.
Runners, walkers, and bird watchers. So we're coming up to 2,800 meters here. Charlie Sweeney still at the front. .67, 7:53 there. So swinging around the bend, coming onto the straight. When we get to the 200-meter mark, that'll be 3,000 meters. And getting a good glimpse here of the pack, and everybody is in touch, strung out about 50 meters down the track, but most in touch. And getting to 3,000 meters now in about 8:27. So coming around here, it'll be 3,200 meters. We get a lot of splits coming at you at this point in the race. And like we said in the women's race, this is an exciting one to see because of all the high school runners who come out here and see these times on the board. And then these guys come through in this split for 10,000 meters.
Apologies for missing the 3,100 meter split, but there's 3,200. 9:01.
A very solid time for 3,200 meters. 68 seconds there, attributed to Charlie Sweeney. Sweeney had a great marathon this year at CIM, qualified for the Olympic trials there, and then ran in Orlando. But on the outside there, that's Jorge Cruz wearing 6, and Aiden Reed wearing 9, who's jumped up into position on the outside shoulder of Sam Chalanga, and Kartik Kumar still holding that first racing spot. So Aiden Reed now slots ahead of Sam Chalanga, right behind Kartik Kumar. And there's about 15 to 20 men still in the pack. And Suguru Osako, the Nike Union Athletics athlete and marathoning great, is tucked in right in the back of that top pack. He's wearing the blue singlet with the yellow at the bottom of it. So staying in touch. We're going to keep you here on the screen, but we'll come back to you with more info in a moment.
The beauty of the marathon is that you get a lot of energy to think and energy to move. Marathon is a game changer in sport, as far as hydration is concerned.
Well, if I didn't want Morton before, I want Morton now.
And we still got Charlie Sweeney at the front, Kartik Kumar, Aiden Reed, and Sam Chalanga now making a move past Aiden Reed to the front, right behind Kartik Kumar. Excuse me. Sam Chalanga, the 27:08 man. And he did that back in 2010. But third in Boulder last week, 29:22 at altitude. And this year, he flew out to London for that great night of 10,000 PBs race and ran 28:38. So one of the great track experiences, it seems. Up here on the board, we've got a QR code too for Morton. You click that and you can get some of Morton's great products. You can also go to trackland.com/Morton. We've just gotten word that we need a car with a Pennsylvania plate, GRW 4809, moved. So if you have a Pennsylvania plate, a Volvo GRW 4809, please go ahead and move that.
That came from the police. They are not joking.
That's right. So if you are watching on the live stream and you have that car and you are out in Pennsylvania, you better come out here and move your car. So Charlie Sweeney still doing all of this early pacing and setting these guys up nicely as we get ever closer to halfway. But 4,600 meters reached there, so one more lap to go to halfway.
On the U.S. descending order list, sitting at 24's 28:17.66. So that would fill the Olympic Trials Marathon field right now, 28:17.66. Any of these men who have not registered a time need to run faster than 28:17.
Okay, so we have Kartik Kumar in second, who has run 28:01. And Kumar, an Indian athlete as well. So a lot of Indian athletes in the field this year, as they've been training out in Colorado. And Charlie Sweeney now coming up to 5,000 meters. So coming up here, Kumar in second, bringing him through, and about 14:08 on the clock. So Aiden Reed sees that, and he jumps right up onto Kartik Kumar's shoulder. 14:08, so right under that 28:17 mark that Will was just describing if we double that time. And the pack is bunching now, so there are a lot of men here that could do something about this pacing if they want to ratchet it down a little bit, but Kartik Kumar now at the front, bent behind Charlie Sweeney this entire time, and he takes the lead. And Sam Chalanga now, as Aiden Reed moved up past him, but Chalanga goes all the way to the front, and Reed goes around with him. So Reed has a mission tonight, and he's making very sure that he stays as close to the front as possible and right on whoever is in first place. And right now that is Sam Chalanga.
And as expected, when the rabbit dropped out, the athletes were looking around, trying to find who was going to be the one to take the place, take the pace. Sam Chalanga was the pace lagged there for that 200, 250 meters between 5K and 5,200. Realized it was him. It's now or never. He needs the time. That 28:38 is not going to get him to Eugene.
And now immediately, as he takes the lead, the three men break away. Sam Chalanga, Aiden Reed, and Kartik Kumar. Chalanga and Reed vying for those U.S. spots. Kartik Kumar from India looking to take this win here at the Portland Track Festival and make it 2 for the Indian national team in the 10,000 meters. And that would do a lot for team points for the team championship here. So Chalanga crushing that lap, 65 seconds when he went to the front. And he means business, getting this on a pace faster than it has been this entire race. That was the fastest lap of the race. And we're getting creative here with the camera work.
A little fancy footwork out there on that camera. Watching Sam go to the front like this reminds me of a 10,000 meters that he ran in Des Moines at Drake University, where he was fartlicking 62.72, 62.72. One of the most fun 10Ks I've ever been able to watch. I think Lopez Lemong came away victorious in that race, but Sam Chalanga, obviously one of the best to ever do it in the U.S.
Little speed play there. And now it looks like Aiden Reed and Sam Chalanga are going to work together. At least the two of them, maybe more, as Chalanga got them back on pace there. And now Aiden Reed says, yeah, I'll take this next one after that 66 lap by Sam Chalanga.
Hopefully they can keep this tempo going. If they want anything near that 28-minute mark, these men are going to need to negative split the second 5,000 meters.
And on screen here, these are the 6,000 meter. This is the 6,000 meter split. So 16:56. And Aiden Reed pushing the pace, and there's a lot of men in tow here. So although they have run 65 and 66, enough men have gotten back in touch with this front pack that they can do a lot of work still. And we see Seguro Osako still on the screen back there too. So he is not out of this race by any means. As we're inside 4,000 meters to go. A lot of racing left. But we're getting ever closer to that finish line as Aiden Reed comes up to this line. At 6,400 meters. And a 68 for Reed.
Yeah, you had to expect to see that, Jeff. When Sam and Aiden and Kartik sort of got away there for a couple of laps, running 65 and 66. As the group coalesced again together, it had to be because of the pace slowing down. Sam's gone back to the front, trying to up the tempo yet again. But, you know, you would hope to see a little bit of help from some of the guys maybe on the back of this pack, but given some of the body signs, a lot of these guys, they're up against the ropes right now. They're again, we said riding that edge, riding that razor, just hoping to get pulled along another lap and another lap and another lap until they can maybe smell the finish line. But Sam Chalanga and Aiden Reed right now are the ones deciding how fast is this group going to go.
And they're doing the work for these guys. There are a lot of guys that are locked in that pack too, because it is not a small line of men running out there. There's 11 guys, I would say 9 guys who are strung together pretty tightly. So 9 guys this late in the race into 10,000 meters mean that the pace can move a bit, but they're leaving it to Chalanga and Reed at the moment as that last split was 68 seconds.
I think Sam's trying to get Kartik Kumar to commit to some of this pacemaking here, egging him on. He knows he's fit. He just ran 28:01 at the Track Fest not that long ago.
And you know what Kartik Kumar is thinking too, having run 28:01.
I have no idea what he's thinking. Jeff, tell me.
I'm thinking he wants to go under 28 minutes, and he wants to win the Portland Track Festival.
He wants that wooden round.
He does. So Aiden Reed at the front, then Kartik Kumar. And Christian Ricketts making himself known on the outside now, coming up to do some work. And he takes over the lead. Ricketts in front of Aiden Reed. And reaching 7,200 meters there. So the work done on that lap by Aiden Reed, 68 seconds again, but Ricketts is at the front now, and we'll see what he can do with this pace. Ricketts at 28:17, man. So halfway they were on his pace, and then they started kicking it down a little bit. And Ricketts, Reed, Kartik Kumar, Sam Chalanga, and Joseph Trojan. And then Aiden Gorman behind him. So still about 9 men in a line and 10 in touch. And there's some jostling there. Everybody's okay? Got a handout.
Stay on your feet. Can't run 10,000 meters if you're on the ground.
And that was Yuto Imai that put a hand out, stabled himself a little bit, Japanese runner. He's a 27:50 man, so he's gone under 28 minutes before, but this year he's run 28:37, so looking to better that mark, move himself up the world ranking list.
Ricketts moving out, asking for a little bit of help at the front.
So that was 8,000 meters.
Jeff, the shuffling makes me a little nervous when people move out and then so abruptly move in. That's where we get catastrophe. We saw that in the NCAA meet with 900 meters remaining when a handful of athletes went down.
I want to correct myself. That was 7,600 meters, 21:31. We are coming up to 8,000 meters here.
Thank you. Don't let it happen again.
Aiden Reed doing a great amount of work here. Kartik Kumar yet to take the front. And he's sitting in that nice second place position as they come through 8,000 meters. That was a 70-second lap for Aiden Reed. 22:42 for 8K. So you can see the strain on the men's faces now as they're pushing down this back stretch. Inside 2,000 meters to go. And a lot of guys still in touch, but the work being done largely by Aiden Reed and Sam Chalanga at the front. And that's where at this point, goals have to be assessed. And Aiden Gorman goes to the front now for the first time this race as Sam Chalanga moves by and goes with him. And Kumar, never far behind, goes by Aiden Reed to get into that third place position as well. Cuts in a little tight, but everybody's okay. And Yuto Imai moves up past Aiden Reed too. So nobody wants to be too far from the front here as Gorman delivers a 68-second lap. And it is O'Gorman, Chalanga, Kartik Kumar, and Yuto Imai. Japanese runner in fourth place. And you could see now just in the picture on the screen, Suguru Osako has moved his way into that front part of the pack. So he is in sixth place. And the six runners are now breaking away as Aiden O'Gorman pushes this pace. O'Gorman, Chalanga, Kumar. So I would keep your eyes on Kumar. O'Gorman with a 28:35 best, pushing this late in the race. So this could be a huge performance from him. O'Gorman, Chalanga, and Reed coming back up to the front too. Never straying too far from the lead position. He's a fierce competitor. And on the outside, Suguru Osako too, moving into position on the outside of Kartik Kumar. And when is he going to make a bid, if he is? In that race in 2021, he left it till the very final lap and was able to come away with the victory. Sam Chalanga back to the front. So they're now lapping runners, excuse me, and Chalanga making a hard move to the front. And Aiden O'Gorman goes with him. And they're inside 800 meters to go. And this is it. Sam Chalanga makes his move. And once he's made his move here, he doesn't want to see anything but open track for the final 800 meters. This is a decisive move made as the last lap was 66 seconds. 26:06, they reached 9,200 meters. And Chalanga looking very good now. With 600 meters remaining, Chalanga flying around the track. Looking reminiscent of great track races in the past from this man. With that characteristic arm carriage, high pumping fist. Coming up, a lap to go here. Aiden O'Gorman is holding second place still, but there are fights on his hands, and Sam Chalanga Now inside, 1 lap to go. That was a 61.9 for Sam Chalanga. Pressing. We'll see what he can deliver here. That was a hard penultimate lap. He went 66, then 61.9, and now solo down the backstretch. He's gapped the field by at least 50 meters as Aiden Reed moves into second place again. And Chalanga inside, 200 meters to go. He also has never won this race, the Portland Track Festival 10,000 meters. And it looks like he will be the one to add his name to the list of greats who have taken this before the championship race. Here comes Sam Chalanga with a look over his shoulder, powering into the home stretch. 61 on the last lap. We'll see what he can do as he comes up to the finish line. Victorious, breaking the tape, 28:10 on the clock for the great Sam Chalanga, and it is a privilege and an honor to have him add his name to the all-time list here at the Portland Track Festival. 28:09 unofficially on the clock for Sam Chalanga. And Yuto Imai, 28:12, the Japanese runner. Aiden O'Gorman, a huge PR, 28:14, breaking his 28:35 best. Kartik Kumar, the Indian athlete, 28:14 in fourth place. Aiden Reed, 28:15, did a lot of great work in that race. And Suguru Osako, the Nike Union Athletics Club athlete, 28:16. Jake Ritter, Railroad Athletics, 28:19. Abhishek Paul from the Indian national team, 28:28. Davin Thompson, 28:31. So we'll see a lot of shifting here on all of these lists. World rankings as well as U.S. descending order list. Jared Ottman coming in from Roots Running, 28:32, rounding out the top 10. But your champion here this evening, 28:09.